These are just the... Look at my face there. Oh, like I should be on a David Bowie album cover or something like that. Ground control to Major Tom. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking about storage. If you've got a van or a camper, then you'll know that you've got to keep it tidy because it's not a massive space, and if you start leaving stuff lying around, the place gets cluttered and it's just not a nice experience. So what I've tried to do is I've tried to create areas of storage in my van that just keep everything tidy. I want to keep everything in a specific place, so if I ever need anything, I know exactly where to go to find it. So that's what today's video is all about. There's going to be two sort of sections to it. There's purchased items, and there's also going to be items of storage that I've created myself, DIY sort of storage. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video and have a look at the storage areas that I've created or purchased in my van. Now I know you can get custom made panels that fit in that sliding door card, but they're not cheap, so I decided to create my own. This panel was already in, carpeted, so I took that off and I just created this little storage pocket here. I will put links up for all these different DIY storage areas that I've done, because I've done a video on this. But basically it's just a section inside the door card where I can keep a few items. It's got a piece of bungee there just to stop everything from falling out. Not that it's going to, because it's pretty secure in there anyway. But yeah, that works really well. I had planned to do another storage area up here, but that was I wouldn't say it was hard work, but it was one of them jobs that you probably wouldn't want to do again. So I mean, I'm happy with that. What I might do is I might put some of these on, which is another sort of storage idea that I'll be talking about later on. I could put one of them on here or up there, so I have plenty of options. But yeah, that's my sliding door card storage area, and it works really well. And while we're on that topic, we might as well go straight to the cargo nets. These, everybody knows about these. They're really handy. You can they can put them pretty much anywhere. They come in different sizes. This is one of the larger ones. It's right next to the sort of seating area, so the kids can put their items in there, like the roasted and salted cashew nuts, and a ping pong ball, like you do. And I've just hung a little temperature gauge up there as well. But yeah, I find that really useful, like I say, just next to the seat there, and they can be placed absolutely anywhere. I do have two more of these, so it's just, rather than just stick them up anywhere, I'm just going to wait until I think, right, I could do with one of those there, and then I'll secure this in place. I'm thinking of maybe putting some on the rear barn doors on the inside, obviously, because that's probably the only place really where I might need to store, I don't know, cloths for cleaning the van, or I have no idea. But anyway, we all know about these, really useful, and obviously these are a purchased item. Links will be in the description down below, as always, if you want to take a closer look at these. So the next storage item, it's another purchase. These are the hooks that attach to the pillars on your headrest, as you can see there. They just clip on. You can see they just pull into place. They just clip on, They're quite sturdy, they're very strong. I mean, that's only it's actually got some vinyl LPs in there, but I have hung quite big heavy bags of shopping on there, and I think the handles will break before the hooks do. So yeah, they're really handy. You can put your rucksack on there. If I've been using a cloth to wipe inside the van when it's wet, I just put that on there just to dry it. And if we just go around here, I've got some on this side of the seat as well. So again, if I'm on my own, I can just hang the shopping on there, and if anybody does sit in the seat, they don't actually get in the way. So yeah, they're really useful, really cheap, and it's a great little additional storage item. Right, storage item number 3. I really like these. They're lightweight, collapsible, sort of canvassy crates. Really useful. I've got 3 of these. I think I got them from B&M Bargains, I think. So they were really cheap. I'll try and do this one-handed. Basically, that comes out, that folds in, that folds in. There you go. And they fold down really flat, and you can see there that that's where I stack them. I just put them down the side of the seat there, and whenever I've been shopping, if I'm not using the hooks up there, I just get one of these out, set it up, and you can see there I've got a little sort of piece of webbing just hooked onto the bolts for the swivel seat, and that just sits in there like that. And when it's got shopping in, obviously that's got weight to it, so it holds it. See, it drops down. But when it's got weight in, let's turn it the other way around so we can put it over that little handle there. That's it, and it just stops this from sliding all over the place. Just holds it into position. I just pop my shopping in there, and away I go. But obviously you can use it for other stuff as well. Like I say, I've got 3 of those, so they just fold away to nothing, stack down the side of the seats, and really useful. And when you're done, you can just fold them up just like that with one hand, nice and flat. Really cheap, really useful, and yeah, I really like those. Okay, this is another DIY storage solution that I came up with. Most of you on the T5s, I can't vouch for the T6s or 5.1s or 4s, but on the T5 it's got this little plastic cover over the back of the seat. I've got my leisure battery under there, or you might have a diesel heater, but yeah, you probably have one of these. And like I say, I've done a video on this. I'll put a link up the top there for you to go and have a look at. And basically all I've done is I've drilled some holes, put some bungee through, carpeted it, and really simple. But it's just a little tiny storage area. I mean, I've just put a map in there just for demonstration purposes, but you can put whatever you like in there. It's not a massive space, but without the bungee, it's useless. So just adding that bungee has created another additional storage area, and I just carpeted it just to tie it in with everything else in the van. So yeah, another easy DIY job that gives you another added bit of storage space. Right, this is an area of general conversation on a lot of the forums. What do you do with the space above your courtesy light? Well, what I've done is I've added myself a little LED digital clock, and it's also a temperature gauge. You'll see in a second, that's the date. It's very confusing. There you go, that's the temperature. But I mean, I know the storage area is already there, but I've just sort of fine-tuned it a bit and made it a little more snazzy. I wanted a temperature gauge, so that's why I bought. And I do like the fact that I can just tap it and it comes on and then it just goes off. But what I've done, once again, I've done a separate video on this, but I've mounted the clock in a piece of plastic which I've carpeted. It's hinged, as you can see, and it just covers that storage area there. I've got my first aid kit in there. The hinges for this are using bungee cord, so if ever I wanted to remove this, I could take that off there, take the bungee cord off, and it will be back to as it was. So I could transfer this to another vehicle if I wanted, without leaving any sort of screw holes or anything in the plastic trim. So yeah, that's sort of a DIY / purchase storage area, that one. I bought the clock and I've made the frame just to create that little bit of storage. Right, on to another purchase, and you can see some of it there. Basically that's my kitchen unit, bit of a mess at the moment. That's my kitchen unit. I wanted to have some kind of bin in the van, so I went for this one, which is just on the inside there. I'll put a link for this in the description below. I really like this. Wasn't that expensive. You can see there it's got the mesh pockets at the side, it's got one on the other side as well. It's got the little area at the top where you can put your rubbish in. Little Velcro flap which lifts up, and inside there is a waterproof liner, so you can put your apple cores in there. Well, obviously anything that's going to be sort of wet you can put in there. I think it does say on the description when you go into and have a look at this, that if anybody's ever sick in the back of the van, you can, well, I don't need to explain, you can do what you need to do in there. It's waterproof, and this liner is velcroed in and just comes straight out, and you can empty whatever was deposited in there, clean it out, and put it back in. Or what I do is I just put little I have some small sort of bin liners that I put in there as well, so you can, it just keeps it clean. But if you ever need to use it for that, then you can. But what you can also do, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, is you can take that off there. I mean, obviously your kitchen doors might be different. You can take that off there, turn it round and put it on the other way. Sorry about this, it's a bit difficult one-handed, bear with me, there we go. You can put it on that way around, so it's on the outside. So it's got this strap is got a Velcro fastening, so you can undo that, and you can shorten it or lengthen it to whatever size you need. So yeah, and it doesn't drop down because of the hinge on that side. So I quite like that idea. So yeah, that I really like. That's one of the better things I've bought for the van. Gets used all the time, and yeah, another item of storage. Right, this next item of storage relates to my rock and roll bed. Now, I don't know what your rock and roll bed is going to be like, so it may not be applicable to you, depending on the style of rock and roll bed that you've got. But for me, I found, in fact, all over the van, you will find there are little spaces sort of hidden away that you can turn into additional storage. And if you can keep your van organised, it just makes for a more pleasurable experience, I think. If everything's in its place and neatly tidied away, you can always get to it, you always know where it is, and you're not rummaging around. Everything has its own little place. So what I've done, you can just see it there creeping into view. There we go. Underneath there was a space, and there's one at that side as well, but I haven't done that one because I think it interferes with the mechanism. But on this side, you can see there, I've just got a little sort of, I don't know, thing, like a wallet, I just keep all my documentation in there with instruction manuals for anything that I've got in the van, notes on the van. Just stays in there, and it just slides up there. You can put whatever you like up there. And basically all I've done is this is a piece of board that I've cut to size so that it fits, carpeted it, and you can see there it's quite a good space, and that just slides in there like that. It slides in, you've just got to wiggle it around like that, and it creates that little letterbox which you can then put whatever you like in there. You could put, I don't know, chopping boards under there, table mats, anything that size really. So yeah, like I say, I did make one for there, and I put it in exactly the same as that one, but I think it was just catching on the mechanism as when you open the bed, so I've took it out for now because I don't really need it. But that one, yeah, really useful, and yeah, another area of storage hidden away, but it's there if you need it. This is one of my favourite items of storage. It's a DIY one. It's one I've come up with myself. We all have some kind of storage area in the sort of corner of the van, usually with a tambour door like that. Now my tambour door is playing up at the moment. You can see there I've got a light that comes on, which is on a sensor. So when I open the tambour door, that light comes on. Oh, it's working today. Normally that sticks there because the track isn't quite true. I've got to sort that. So yeah, that goes up there, and just hang on a second. I'll just prop that open. I've just got a little prop there that just fits in nicely. You just see it there. That just holds the tambour door open. And when I close the tambour door, that prop just drops down and just sits down there out of the way, and it's held in by the track on either side. But anyway, onto the storage area. Get rid of those. So we all have this area here, and I've seen a lot of people put crates in there with all the stuff in, and they stack them up, and that works okay, but it's not for me. When you've got stuff stacked up like that, if you want the bit at the bottom, you've got to take the top ones out, take that to get that one, and then you've got to move it, get your stuff and put it back, and then no, wasn't for me. So I wanted, rather than have that large area for storage, which you could get a lot of stuff in, I decided to organise the area. So I'm probably getting less stuff in, but it's all organised, and I know exactly where everything is. And this is a ongoing project. It's not even complete yet. As you can see, I haven't even sorted the bottom section. But what I found was up top there, if you look up there, it goes up, well, it goes up to the height of here, and it was sort of dead space, which is really hard to get up to store anything. So what I did is I created, let's get rid of that. I made a shelf which goes in there. This here, all the electrics are behind there, and it's that panel, that's a little sort of handle you can just pull, that comes out, and all the electrics are behind there. But I've built a shelf there which goes all the way along there. Oh, what's happening with this light? Do me head in. Goes all the way across there, and what I've done is I've created a sort of I don't know what you'd call it. It's like a comb with not many teeth. I will put pictures up so you can see what it's like, but it's basically a piece of battening which I've carpeted, and then there's battens go back in between there, and then I bought these crates from B&M, really cheap, and they fit just perfect in there. And basically what you do is they lift up and come out, and you can probably see a bit better now how I've done it. So I can just, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crates in there. Each crate has its own specific contents. Like I've got first aid stuff in that one. These are all my leads, USB leads and charger leads. I've got little snacks in that one. I've got a torch and playing cards in that one, and in that one I've got power banks. But obviously you can put whatever you like in there. So yeah, when they're in there, if I'd have just put this shelf and put those, these would have been sliding around all over the place. But now they don't go anywhere. They're held in place. Easily can tell what's in each one because they're clear, and it's just making use of that dead space up there. There is still a little bit of space up there, but obviously you've got to be able to lift them up to get them out. But yeah, it just organises those crates really well, and I will, as time goes on, decide on what I'm going to do in this area. I might put another shelf slightly lower down, but I need to be able to get into here. I need to be able to get into there. Got more storage under there. You see another light's just come on. I've got a sensor light in there as well. So yeah, I have got little boxes in there at the moment, but I'm still working on that. But that is my little plastic tub storage area in a dead space at the top of this cabinet. Right, so this item of storage is another one of my DIY projects. We all have a space under our rock and roll beds, all slightly different. I wanted to utilise mine in a way that it was sort of modular, and I could alter it to my needs depending on what kind of sort of trip I was going on. So what I've created is this slide out drawer. It's got magnets in the back of there, so when it closes it clicks onto the metal frame so that doesn't fly out when you set off from the traffic lights. And I bought these crates. They're only shallow, but they fit absolutely perfect in there. That one I've just got some foam in the bottom, just for putting some foam in the bottom. But yeah, they fit in perfect. These are Euro crates, not cheap, but they're very sturdy, very strong. They come with lids as well. I've got lids for these, clear lids. But what I can do is I can buy extra crates that will fit in this top of this crate, but only halfway, sort of that size. But rather than being the shallow ones, I can get deeper ones that go to about here, that fit in perfect, as long as they only go as far as there, because there's a bar there. But then I can get little ones to go in the back. There's all different sizes of these Euro crates, and I can tailor the crates to whatever I need. So I can take them out and put the bigger ones in, or I can put the bigger ones, stack them on top, and have flat stuff in the bottom of these. It's just really versatile. I've carpeted the sides here just to tidy it up. Still a work in progress, but yeah, really useful. And what you can also do is you can also slide this out. It locks into place, take the crates out, and you can use that platform for cooking on if you wanted. I've got some rubber matting in the bottom, the board at the back to stop these from flirted around, so you can use that for cooking on if you wanted, or I don't know, preparing food or whatever you want. It's just a slide out shelf basically. But yeah, I found that really useful, really useful. Now there is an additional storage area linked with this drawer, and that is underneath, because underneath there I found there was a gap of about that deep, and I wanted to utilize it. So you can see there, that is a fold away table that I've made, and it just sits in the bottom of there. You can see here, that's just a piece of polystyrene, that I've covered in carpet. I've got one on either side, which just let's just put that down there, just wedges this into place, and that just sits in there, stops it from moving around or rattling. So that comes out, and I've got a piece of wood that fits in the top, sits in this lip here to create a table. So I can use that as a table, or I can also sit my little portable gas cooker in one side, and then I've got the piece of wood that sits in the other side to make a sort of area to work on while you're cooking. So that's just a fold away table. It's only a low table. You can see there, the legs aren't very long, but it's just another area that I've utilised for additional storage, and you'll find there's loads of these all over your van. I'm still finding them now. Just put that away. See here, I noticed there's these little brackets here. Now if I mounted a board on the bottom of there, that will create a really small letterbox, but I could put something in there, whether it be, I don't know, a really thin toolkit or anything. I could put anything in there, or I could extend it slightly, make it slightly bigger. You know, there's spaces everywhere where you can create storage. Like down the side here, that is just wasted space. So I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with that. I might create some kind of front there with little shelves in, and I could just slot things in there, like fold away chairs or umbrellas or anything. There's gaps everywhere that you can use for storage. I mean, here, let's get rid of that. That's a little portable solar light. I've just made a hook, so it works as a light on the side of the van, or I can just take it off and use it. That's an item of storage, really simple. Again, fire extinguisher. Just create this storage, little bits of storage. So yeah, if you look, you'll find things that you can store things somewhere, I guarantee it. If you've got storage areas in your van that aren't listed in this video, then please do leave a comment down below, because I'm always looking out for new ideas, and I'm sure anybody who's watching the video, they'll be looking for storage ideas as well, because that's why they're watching the video. But if you've got different ideas, then please put them in the comment section down below, because that would be really useful. I've been really interested to see what you're doing in your van. So I hope you enjoyed that one and you found it of use. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, then please do hit that subscribe button down below. It really does help the channel grow, and I really would appreciate it. And don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on the next video. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.